السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والعاقبة للمتقين، ولا عدوان إلا على الظالمين، والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وبارك وسلم تسليما كثيرا. أما بعد. Welcome to Quranic Arabic Academy, Arabic Grammar Made Easy, lesson number 19. We are learning Jumla Fi'liya. Jumla Fi'liya is that Jumla starts with a fail. Every fail needs a fa'il, the doer. The i'rab of the fa'il is in halatul rafa. It means if the fa'il is wahid ism, it will have a dhamma. If the fa'il is jama mukassar, it will have a dhamma. If the fa'il is muthanna, it will have alif and noon as the i'rab. The noon is called noon muthanna. Noon muthanna is always kasra. And if the fa'il is jama mudhakkar salim, it will have i'rab with waw and noon. The noon with fatha is called noon jama. Then we have learned maf'ul, the object of the sentence. Again, same thing. If the object maf'ul is in halatul nasab, if the maf'ul is wahid ism, it will have a fatha. Jama muannas mukassar, it will have a kasra like muslimati. And if the maf'ul is muthanna, it will have ya and noon with the kasra, and before ya fatha ayni sound. That is the i'rab of maf'ul halatul nasab. And if the maf'ul is jama mudhakkar salim, it will have ya and nun fatha, before ya kasra like muslimeen. Okay. And if the fa'il or maf'ul is a ghair munsarif ism, in our lessons we did have some ghair munsarif isms. We touched a little bit. The ghair munsarif isms does not accept tanwin. So in halatul rafa will be one dhamma, and halatul nasab will be one fatha. In the past 18 lessons, we've discussed many things. Obvious, I'm not going to cover everything, just the recap of the main parts. In the last two lessons, we've been learning the mawsuf and sifa. Mawsuf is the ism that comes a subject, and we want to describe the ism. We need to bring a description isms. So we had a list of description ism, the adjectives. What we've learned is the i'rab. So sifat follows mawsuf, especially in i'rab is the same. So sifat follows mawsuf. If the mawsuf is in halatul rafa, the sifat will be in halatul rafa. If mawsuf is in halatul nasab, Sifat will be in halatul nasab. If the mawsuf is halatul jar, sifat also will be in halatul jar. It follows in ma'rifa nakira, definite, indefinite. If the mawsuf is nakira, sifat will be nakira. If mawsuf is ma'rifa, definite, the sifat also will be definite. And it follows mudhakkar and muannas, and it follows the adad, the number, wahid, muthanna, and jama. In the last lesson, we've learned mudaf and mudaf ilayh. So mudaf is the thing that is possessed by someone or by something, that is called mudaf ilayh. So if you want to relate one thing to another thing, we bring that ism first, and we bring the possessor after it. The first ism is called mudaf, second ism is called mudaf ilayh. The rule of mudaf, the first ism, is only two rules. Number one, it does not take alif lam or it does not take tanween. Rule number two, the noon of muthanna and noon of jama mudhakkar salim drops. The rule for mudaf ilayh is only one rule, that mudaf ilayh is always in halatul jar. So if it's wahid ism, it will have a kasra. If it's jama muannas salim, it will have a kasra. But if it's muthanna, it will have the ayni sound. And if it's jama mudhakkar salim, it will have ina sound with the ya and the nun fatha, before ya kasra. And the ghair munsarif ism, when they become mudaf ilayh, because it doesn't accept kasra, instead it will have a fatha. So because you're talking a lot about ghair munsarif isms, so I thought let's do today's lesson, lesson number 19, regarding ghair munsarif. So what is ghair munsarif? What are the isms? They are ghair munsarif. How do you find out the isms are ghair munsarif? We'll talk about everything in today's lesson. So let's start lesson number 19. غير منصرف. Okay, just one thing came in my mind. Can anyone tell me the structure of this phrase? Okay, we've done two phrases. One is mawsuf sifa, another one is mudaf and mudaf ilayh. So which one is this? Can anyone tell me? Is it the construction of mawsuf sifa, or is the construction of mudaf and mudaf ilayh? I shouldn't have put the harakat. By looking at the harakat, you know easily, you can find out by looking at the harakat. So the last letter of ghair, we have the haraka there, which is one dhamma. Why there is no tanween? Why is only one dhamma? The next ism munsarifin, we can see, is having kasra. It is in halatul jar. So why is this ism in halatul jar? We've learned only one thing, that ism can be in halatul jar when the ism is a yeah, good. Yeah, غير منصرف مضاف مضاف إليه. Okay. Partially flexible. What we mean by this, you see the ism, for example, babun. In all three halat, it changes. Babun, halatul rafa, baban, halatul nasab, and babin, halatul jar. It changes. It's flexible in all three halats. Take any name, for example, Muhammadun in halatul rafa, Muhammadan in halatul nasab, Muhammadin in halatul jar. It changes. So those isms are called munsarif. Munsarif keeps changing in all three halats. غير munsarif is not, it doesn't change in all three halats. It changes only in two halats because it doesn't change in halatul jar. It doesn't take kasra. It changes only in halatul nasab, or it becomes in halatul rafa and halatul nasab. It doesn't have halatul jar. So this is why it's called partially flexible. Okay. There are some isms which does not accept tanween or kasra in halatul jar. So these ism does not accept tanween, or these ism does not accept kasra in halatul jar. They are called غير منصرف, غير منصرف. Once we know the ism is غير منصرف, so what do you do with it? Are there any rule to apply? Yes, the rule of غير منصرف. غير منصرف does not accept tanween or kasra in halatul jar. In halatul jar, instead of kasra, it takes fatha. Well, it seems like it is in halatul nasab, but it will be in halatul jar. It's only because these isms does not accept kasra. So if these isms becomes a mudaf ilayh, the slot is mudaf ilayh. But because they don't take kasra, instead we put fatha. So keep that in mind. Or because they have a fatha, don't say it is in halatul nasab. No. We look at the structure. We look at the construction. Okay. Those isms accepts tanween or kasra, they are called munsarif. They're called munsarif. So in isms, again in terms of i'rab, we have two isms. One is munsarif, it changes in all three halats. And number two, غير munsarif, in halatul jar, instead of kasra, it takes fatha. The question is, how will we know which isms are غير munsarif? The answer is there are some categories where if any of ism falls in one of these categories, they will be غير munsarif. This is one of the easiest way to remember غير munsarif. So we're going to go through the categories, and maybe one or two categories I will point out. The main reason, obvious, there must be some rules. If ism falls under these rules, then these isms will be غير munsarif. but we're not going to learn the rules now. Just going to learn the categories. Becomes easier. So as we go through the categories, I may point out one or two rules. So I have another file, all the rules for Ghair Munsarif. I may post different file for the rules. You can go through in your own time. Okay, number one category is names of most prophets are Ghair Munsarif. Names of most prophets are Ghair Munsarif. As we know, there are 25 prophets' names are mentioned in the Quran. Out of the 25, most of them will be Ghair Munsarif. There's only 2-3 prophets named, 4 will be Munsarif. So we'll show those 4 prophets, their names are Munsarif. Other than these 4, the rest of the names of the prophets will be Ghair Munsarif. What are these? The prophets? Ibrahim, so Ibrahimu, it does not accept tanween. Ismailu, Ishaqu, Yaqubu, Yusufu, Yunusu, Ayyubu, Sulaymanu, Adamu, Dawudu. The number one category, name of most prophets. The name of the prophets below will be Munsarif. They will accept tanween and kasra. And they are Nuhun, Lutun, Hudun, how come I missed the main one? Muhammadun sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Alright, so let's add that as well. I need to insert a column below. Alright. If we can take this over here, this there. Let's put here Muhammadun, Muhammadun, Muhammadan, Muhammadin sallallahu alayhi wasallam. So these 4 names of the prophets will be Munsarif. Other than these 4, the rest of the prophets' name will be Ghair Munsarif. So category number 1, names of most prophets. Category number 2, names of most females, Ghair Munsarif. Most means you can say 99%. There is only 1 or 2 isms are used for female, they will be Munsarif. But about 99% of the names are female. The reason is there are 9 signs. There are 9 signs. If any 2 is found in any ism, that will be Ghair Munsarif. Number 1 sign is a proper noun. Proper noun. That's number 1. If any ism you find and it is used for a proper noun, so one of the sign is found. So let's look for number 2. Number 2 is ta marbuta. Ta marbuta. So it doesn't matter it is the name of female or is the name of male. As long as we have ta marbuta there, so we have two signs. Or in other words, you can say there are 9 reasons the ism to be غير منصرف. Number 1 reason is proper noun. Number 2, ta marbuta. So here Muhammadun, we just find only one reason or one sign, which is a proper noun. Other 8 reasons not found in these names. That's why these are munsarif. The word babun, none of the 9 signs are found. Babun is not a proper noun. It's not a name of a person. It's not a name of thing. So babun is out of the question. Khadijatu, we find number 1, alam, which is the proper noun. Number 2, we find ta marbuta. That's why. Here Zainabu, we find 1 is proper noun. Another is, although there is no ta marbuta, because this name is female name, we can say, female name. That could be another reason. Yeah, so Zainabu, Maryamu, name of female. So here, to make it easy, I said ta marbuta, but tanis, that is another reason. Tanis, that means muannas. Either it is muannas by signs or it is muannas by nature, as long as it is tanis. So both of the reasons are mentioned here. Number 3 category, name of male that ends in ta marbuta. So this is the reason I said. It has to be alam, proper noun, or tanis is present. So in male name, we have ta marbuta, one of the signs of tanis. Hamzatu غير منصرف, Usamatu غير منصرف, Talhatu غير منصرف, Hudhaifatu غير منصرف. Okay. Number 3 reason or sign that any male name or any proper noun ends in alif and nun. Ends in alif and nun. Uthmanu. Okay, over here first, let's find out, is it alam? Means proper noun. Yes, it is a proper noun. Let's apply the alif and nun at the end. Yes, it has. So 2 reasons are found. So any ism out of 9 reasons, 2 reasons are found. Those isms will be غير منصرف. So all these names we find the proper noun alam, and number 2 tanis, and especially the ta marbuta. The number 4 category is any ism means alam, proper noun ending alif and nun. Mostly is the name of male. Number 5 category, non-Arabic names are غير منصرف. So because non-Arabic names is a proper noun, so one reason is already there, proper noun. What is the other reason for this category to be غير منصرف? Okay, so over here, the two reasons are mentioned. Two reasons are mentioned from the previous courses you've done, either with me or with someone else. Does anyone remember? One of them is Ismul Alam, proper names, proper nouns. What is the other reason from the 9 reasons we have in our grammar books? Okay, another reason is again, you don't need to remember the reasons I'm talking or the signs I'm talking, as long as we just remember these categories, okay? So just a little bit understanding, why are these غير منصرف? Okay, another reason is this, non-Arabic. Non-Arabic. In grammar is called ujma. Ujma. Ujma is one of the 9 reason or 9, one of the signs. Okay. So Fir'aunu is non-Arabic name Ujma and proper noun. Hamanu, non-Arabic, proper noun. Qarunu, proper noun, non-Arabic. Azaru, proper noun, and Ujma. Alam and Ujma are found in this ism. Obvious, other than Arabic names, the rest of the countries' names in the UK, British names will be غير منصرف because there is اسم العلم and عجمة. Number 6 category is name of angels. So out of 9 reasons, what we said, main one is number 1, proper noun. That's called اسم العلم, proper noun. Then we've learned tanis, either by ta marbuta or by nature, their oneness. Number 2, we've learned alif and noon. And number 3, ujma. Alam is there. Alam is main one, number 1. Proper noun is number 1. Then we look for these 3 signs, ta tanis, or just the tanis, alif and noon at the end, and ujma. Ta tanis, alif and noon. It's called alif and noon zaidatan. Alif or noon zaidatan. And number 3, we look for ujma. Okay, that's it. These 3 is enough. And names of angels are غير منصرف. جبريل, ميكال, إسرافيل, عزرائيل, هاروت, ماروت. The names of the angels we know. So category number 1, name of most prophets. Category number 2, names of most female. Category number 3, name of males that ends in ta marbuta. And number 4, names of male that ends in alif and nun. And number 5, names of non-Arabic or non-Arabic names. And number 6, names of angels. Number 7, color and how do you pronounce this? Allative nouns mean those nouns to compare. Those called اسم التفضيل are also غير منصرف. So these are the isms. أبيض, color, white. أسود, black. I'm just thinking, what are the 2 reasons found in this category? So yes, I got in mind those 2 reasons. Ahmaru, okay, and red. Bayda'u, okay, is female, used for female white. Sawda'u and Hamra'u. Okay, you may not know the 2 reasons for these ones, but what we talked about, if you think a little bit, you may know this. 2 reasons. Anyone? Okay, let me tell you one of the reasons. Tanis. Remember we said any ism that ends in alif mamduda. So we have alif mamduda. So tanis is there. One of the reasons. Can you think of the other reason? We just need 2. If it's 3 or 4 there, it's okay. At least we need 2 signs or 2 reasons. So tanis is one of them. Can anyone think of the other one? I keep saying in the lessons, I will not ask you anything that we haven't done. So the reason I'm asking, we did it. Same thing here. Sawda'u, tanis. Hamra'u. One of the reasons is tanis. The other reason. Okay, let me give you a clue. Think of what we use these words for. Yes, alif mamduda is the reason of tanis. Sorry, what was that? I was trying to read this. What is it? So you missed the lam at the end to say female. Okay. One reason is tanis. What is the other reason? What is the other sign? I gave you a clue. Think of what we use these words for. But what are these words? These words falls in what category? I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Okay, let me give you a clue. Another clue. Yes. No, they are already female. I know we use for female. Okay, another clue is not yesterday's lesson. No, if I say yesterday, people will be watching these videos later on. They will not understand. What did we do before the previous lesson? What was the topic before the previous lesson? So if today's lesson is 19, last lesson was 18, the one is 17. What was our topic of lesson number 17? Yes, sifa. Okay. Adjective, that's what I'm saying. We use these words are adjective ism. One of the sign and the reason is sifa. Yeah. If you find sifa description ism or adjective in any ism, that is counted as one of the sign. And number two is the number two sign is tanis. Okay. What about akbaru? The same as abyadu. Okay. If I show you the other category, okay, we'll come back to this. This is interesting. See if we have something in the next category. Category 8, most countries and cities are غير منصرف. Most countries and cities. So Paris, if we see in the Arabic sentence, Parisu, Londonu, Makkatu, Misru, Pakistanu. Yeah. Some Jama Mukassar isms are غير منصرف. See lesson number 16. Remember when we did lesson number 16, Jama Mukassar, we had some scales. Yeah. I think 3 scales are the scales of غير منصرف. For example, here, موازين علماء فقراء أولياء أنبياء مقابر غرباء. غرباء, remember, it's not what we use in our language. فقراء is poor, but غرباء is relatives, okay? Or strangers. Sorry, not relative, strangers. أغنياء مساجد أصدقاء. I'm assuming we know the meaning of these. I'm not going through the meanings. All the meanings were in lesson number 16. I hope you have learned some of these isms. Okay, so these are the 8 categories. If any ism falls in these 8 categories, will be what? غير منصرف. Okay, let's go back to Abyadu and Akbaru. Okay, these words also used for sifa to describe. Yeah. White. Akbaru also used for to describe. Big, biggest, to describe. Okay. So sifa is there. One of the 9 reason or 9 signs, one of them is sifa. Adjective is there. Number 2, one of the signs out of 9, we call it on the scale of fail. Yeah. That's called waznu fail. Waznu fail. Fail means we've learned fail madi, the 14 sigas. So any ism comes in one of the 14 siga scale or one of the 14 siga wazn. For example, fa'altu. Yeah, fa'altu. If we have any ism carries the same pattern on the scale of fa'altu, that is one of the reason. And then we look for other 8 reason is found there or not. Especially is the fail mudari, because we haven't done fail mudari yet. But if you have done in the previous courses, can anyone tell me in fail mudari, do you recognize this siga? Fail mudari. There are also 14 forms in fail mudari. Do you recognize this one falling in one of the sigas, in one of the scale? Abyadu, akbaru. Yes, is on the scale of af'alu. So can you tell me what siga is this? We have 3 sigas for mudhakkar ghaib. We have 3 sigas for muannas ghaib. 3 sigas for mudhakkar mukhatab. 3 sigas for muannas mukhatab. And 2 sigas for mutakallim. Which siga is this? Yes, is mutakallim siga. But which one? Mutakallim we have wahid. Mutakallim we have muthanna and jama. Yes, this is wahid. Mutakallim. Akbaru. Remember, waznu fail is one of the 9 reasons. So here we find waznu fi'il and we find sifat. That's why these isms will be ghair munsarif. Okay. Again, we don't need to remember the signs we talked about. If you do, mashallah. If not, just remember these categories. Anyway, when we read the Quran, we think about why is this ism having one haraka, one dhamma, or one fatha. Then we'll know, oh, it's ghair munsarif. Even you don't remember these categories, but our main aim is to understand the Quran. But we will see in the Quran is having only one haraka. So think, why is it one haraka? We have one haraka when we have alif lam. But over here, there is no alif lam. So now we can think of, oh, they are ghair munsarif. So any ism, it is in halatul jar, but there is no kasra in the Quran. When we read the Quran, we know it is in halatul jar, but it doesn't have a kasra. Instead, we can see the fatha on it. Then you know, oh, this is ghair munsarif. Okay, let's go very quickly some of the examples from the Quran. Again, we will able to translate the complete sentence. Sometimes we'll be able to translate some parts of it. because all the isms, all the fails we've done so far is coming in these ayats. Okay, one more thing is the ghair munsarif isms are treated as munsarif when they are made definite by al or an idafa. Okay, so the rule is not they don't accept al, the rule is they don't accept tanween or kasra. But you can make them definite nouns by adding al. Like here, mawazinu, scales, which is indefinite. Put al to make a definite. Al mawazinu. It's not prohibited to add al there, is it? There's no rule within the learned rule. So you can put alif lam. But once you put alif lam, they are no longer ghair munsarif. They will become the rest of the like the rest of the isms, munsarif. They'll have kasra, they'll have dhamma, they'll have fatha when they are made definite by al, or when they become mudaf, an idafa. So the ghair munsarif isms, if they are on the slot, on the place of mudaf, yes, they will accept kasra, because these isms no longer ghair munsarif. Put another way, these isms will not be munsarif, will not be ghair munsarif when they have al or they are mudaf. So when these isms, when ghair munsarif isms having al, they become munsarif. When ghair munsarif ism becomes mudaf, they become munsarif. They can accept anything now. Okay. So let's go some of the examples. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. وَلَقَدْ أَخَذَ اللَّهُ وَلَقَدْ. We done this. It means we're going to make fail strong. أَخَذَ is the fail, to take. Let's look at the fa'il, lafz Allah. Let's look at the maf'ul, mithaqa. Okay, mithaqa. Why is this ism having one fatha? Does it have alif lam? No. Why is this ism having one fatha? Another thing comes in your mind. Is this ism ghair munsarif? Mithaq. Does this ism fall in one of the categories? No. But this is not munsarif. If you look forward, bani. So mithaqa is coming as mudaf. Mudaf does not accept tanween. Bani Isra'ila. Isra'ila. So here we can say it's the name of a tribe. Bani Israel. Or we can say it's the name of a country. Well, it came a name of a country nowadays, but before it was a name of a tribe. It is a proper noun, and it is ujma, non-Arabic. And indeed, we have taken oath, covenant of Bani Israel, son of Israel. وَبَعَثْنَا, ba'atha, to send. وَبَعَثْنَا, we sent, minhum, from them, اثني عشر نقيبا, 12 groups. وقال الله, قال فعل, to say, and Allah said, and Allah said, Inni ma'akum, I'm with you. Next. وَإِذْ قَالَ مُوسَى, again Musa, we said name of most prophets. غير منصرف لقومه يا قوم اذكروا نعمة الله عليكم. When Musa said to his people, O my people, يا قومي, where did we get my from? Remember, قومي, why is this ism having kasra? It should have dhammatain, قوم, the default ism of it. Why is it having kasra? One thing you say, ya mutakallim is taken away, or deleted, or dropped. O my people, remember ni'matun. Just did this in the last lesson. Favor of Allah upon you, alaykum. إذ جعل, when جعل, what is the fa'il? Do we see any fa'il here? No. أنبياء, this is maf'ul. What is the fa'il? Huwa, and he made within you, fiikum, amongst you, أنبياء, غير منصرف, prophets. وجعلكم ملوكا, this is a proper maf'ul, having tanwin. وجعلكم ملوكا, and he made you kings. وآتاكم ما لم يؤت أحدا من العالمين, and he has given you آتاكم, which that he did not give, he did not give anyone in the world or worlds of the universe. So those are fa'il madi, we can translate them, but those are fa'il mudari, we're not going to talk about them. Next one. لعن الذين كفروا من بني إسرائيل. So this is غير منصرف على لساني, lisan means tongue, lisanun, tongue, Dawood. Why is this ism in, no, why is this ism having fatha? Dawood. Ibni, this ism will have a kasra. Oh, it does have a kasra, but we don't see it. You can see a tiny bit. Why this ism has no alif lam, and why this ism having only one kasra? So no alif lam, and one of the haraka is a sign of mudaf. Sign of mudaf. Yes, it is Ghayr Munsarif. We did say name of prophets. But in what slot is in? What halat is in? If we look at the back one, then we'll find out. Now this is mudaf, yes, mudaf ilay. So all these, even Isa غير منصرف and Maryam. Why is it Maryam غير منصرف? So this word Dawood having fatha, Isa, although it doesn't show his fatha, is because he's alif maksura there, isn't it? But this ism ibni having kasra, and Maryama no kasra having fatha. Yes, name of female غير منصرف. So these all are in coming as mudaf ilay. So Dawood is coming as mudaf ilay. Isa, although it is not mudaf ilay, with the waw, which is atf, it is following the Arab of Dawood. Same thing over here. Ibni, following the Arab of Isa. The Arab of Isa is Halatul Jar, so is Ibn. Why is Ibn following Isa? There's no waw there. There's no waw there. Or this is something else. It's called Badal. Okay. Lu'ina, we haven't done this type of fail yet. Maybe in the next few lessons we will do. It's called fail al-majhul. Fail majhul. Cursed were those. La'ana. Because lu'ina was cursed. Those who did kufr, kafaru, from Bani Israel. Yeah. Cursed ala lisani Dawood, on the tongue of Dawood alayhi salam, and Isa, son of Mary alayhi salam. Very quickly, last one. وَإِذْ أَخَذْنَا, when we took مِنَ النَّبِيِّينَ, from the prophets, مِيثَاقَهُمْ, their covenant. When we took covenant from the prophets, وَمِنْكَ, and from you, O Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, وَمِن نُوحٍ, Nuh is one of the prophets, or is munsarif, it will have kasra. وَإِبْرَاهِيمَ وَمُوسَى وَعِيسَى ibn Maryam. So, and from you, and from Nuh, and Ibrahim, and Musa, and Isa ibn Maryam, وَأَخَذْنَا مِنْهُمْ مِيثَاقًا غَلِيظًا. Look, the غَلِيظًا is in حالة النسب. If you concentrate, this ism is a sifat ism. It is describing the mithaq. The mithaq is in حالة النسب, so is غَلِيظًا. And we've taken from them a strong covenant. غَلِيظ, strong. And we've taken from them a strong oath. Very quickly, قالوا ادع لنا ربك يبين لنا ما لونها. This is in Surah Baqarah, when Musa said to Bani Israel that Allah is saying you have to slaughter a cow. Then they're asking question. They said, ask your Lord to يبين لنا, to clarify for us ما لونها, what is color. قال, he said, إنه يقول, he is saying it is a yellow cow. بقرة صفراء غير منصرف. Yellow cow. فاقع لونها, bright in color. Its color is bright. تسر الناظرين, that it pleases the observers. ناظر, ناظرين. تسر الناظرين. تسر is a fail. What halat is ناظرين? We have ina sound, so it is in halat nasab, which is the maf'ul of تسر. Okay? So when we read the Quran, yes, we will find loads of غير منصرف isms. Just think of it. So in today's lesson, we've learned the غير منصرف. We've learned the 8 categories. So just remember these 8 categories. If not, just remember some of the names. Again, if not, when we read the Quran, why this ism having a fatha when it should have a kasra? Then you'll know it is غير منصرف. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.